Here we are again, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, this time we got the original team. Steve and myself that did the ladders, the zigzag ladders up in the west incline.
That's it. Through the claps. I can hear the flowing water. Oh, I think I've just disturbed some rotten mud there, it stinks.
We're on the main level that's going to take us to the crossroads.
This makes a good shot here.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Do you want to do the focus on the way back?
Yeah, it's probably easy.
Yeah, let's.
Because if we don't pass one way, that's the coastal collapse is very photogenic.
Yeah, let's head.
Fucking around on the way in.
Yeah, yeah, head straight in and take them on the way out.
Yeah, this is a good shot.
Yeah.
This has some sort of train system here in London.
Yeah, I think it was for doing some work on the locomotive, possibly.
Could be. You notice this?
Or it was for lifting stuff off the trucks. You know, if a truck brought like a generator in or something, they could lift it off and the truck could drive away.
It's got nothing to do with the
Yeah. Oh, two partition shaft, which is cribbed off at the top. But
Interestingly,
left-hand side would be the horseshoe, right-hand side would be the climber.
when we surveyed this, we realised that it's right under a level.
Yeah,
So what I'm thinking is the level must have been driven up to this point,
yeah,
and they must have tipped the ore down this way.
right,
But then the level must have been extended
that way.
that way,
Yeah.
because that's the other ore tipping point there.
Ah, right, that's it, is it there?
Yeah. That's the west incline,
Yeah,
and behind us is the east incline.
yeah, that's the way we're going into through there.
Like a slow scoop in between, so we might not even have time for all, we're going to decide what we want to do.
Remember, this is
Yeah. Old tractors to be used with low ratio, harmonic lines and declines from over. It's nice to see signs. It'd be better for all signs for it to be come out of distance.
ring buried.
Yeah, buried ring, all bent as well.
I can't remember if we climbed up there.
There's a workshop area there that they were used
go round,
to
can't you?
repair the locomotive. So
Right.
let's go up there, and then there's a way down there by a ladder.
Yeah.
That bypasses basically this little entrance. So
It's this mine that's got that little room up a ladder, hasn't it, with a transformer in it? Not a transformer, a welding set. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Let's
That's
go
it.
take a look.
Yeah, let's go and have a look. Yeah, because I want to get a picture of that again, the welding set.
Yeah. So maybe we want to take a picture there definitely, because we're not going to go back that way. We're going to come back this way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. And then there's that 3-phase welder there.
No, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell us about it because
It's a.
we've been trying to interpret what that.
It's a.
Let's go close to it and talk about it.
I did look it up on the internet.
That's the walking pit, is there?
Yeah, that's the engine pit. Yeah.
A little bit flooded.
Yeah, it would have had inspection lights in it. It's even got an oil heater down in the bottom there.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
There?
that's an oil heater, an electric heater. That one.
Electric heater, yeah.
Yeah,
there.
it's oil filled. It has an electric element in it.
Yeah.
And that would have been to keep the mechanic warm as he was working up on the engine, like, you know.
Wow.
Right. So this thing, when we came in.
Let's speak about it. Yeah.
So when we came in back in 2013, when I first saw this, I originally thought it was a rectifier of some sort. But I looked it up online, and it turns out it's actually a welding set, and it dates back to around the 1940s. And it's basically it's 2 coils. So you've got a coil up here, and then another coil down here. So the power goes in, it goes through this coil. Then it goes down to the second coil, and that's what generates the low voltage, high amps that you need for welding, for arc welding.
Oh, it's for arc welding.
It's for arc welding, yeah.
And it's interesting.
So that'll be your
What it says here.
that'll be your amp adjustment. So you probably go from about 60 amps up to about 160. And usual welding on material like this or that would be about 90 amps, something like that. And you probably use an 8-gauge rod.
Very good. Very well explained and very clear. Thanks, Dave.
Well, that's
Let's take a few photos of this area, and we're going to put them on the video as well.
yeah. And then that is the way back down to the attic via a little ladder.
Yeah, bring it around.
Yeah.
To the main.
Yeah.
Right, let's get some lights set up.
Yeah, I think looking down, you can like the water and like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking get up there and look down at it.
How many did you take that photostat then? 4?
I did 2 shots. I did a vertical shot and an horizontal shot,
Right.
and I took about 5 pictures on each one. They'll be on Instagram this week sometime, next week sometime.
Right, just hang on, guys. I'll change the battery.
You know Alex Bradley? He was on paving down.
The rings a bell and
This ladder's not in very good condition anymore.
coming out from the workshop, and we are going down this set of floors now.
A couple of the rungs are broken.
Yeah.
That's one of them, but it does support your weight. They're all right now, the rest of them.
Nice
one.
This looks like new fall as well.
There is a lot of new fall, yeah.
That last time.
Let's come take a look.
I mean, you could probably go through your old footage and compare frames.
Yeah.
Dates to see the difference.
So these look, this all looks like new brake. The rock's fairly clean, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's definitely been a rock fall here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, that's definitely a snap.
Oh yeah, the bolt.
The bolt.
The bolt's still there, but all the rest
And
has
it's
come
broken
down.
through the timber, have you seen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Broken through the timber.
Same in here as well. Oh, look at that fucking monster up there. It's just
that's sitting on
that
the
beam.
there, but it's not going to be long.
No.
Here it goes.
As long as it's not today while we're in here.
Let's hope it's not too late there.
Yeah. This is a lot worse. A lot worse than when I last came down here, which was
There, all the collapse there as well.
2000. Yeah.
And you're right.
Yeah.
It might not be as recent, but it has come down over
Yeah.
time as well.
So
Broken right through the timber.
I last came in here in 2018 before the collapse, and you can walk straight down here, and none of this was here. None of these timbers and rocks and stuff like that.
You know what I was told?
The timbers are that rotten, they're all just failing. You what, mate?
You know what I was told by Tom about these concrete sections?
Yeah.
That they come from a water piping system in Carsington Water.
All right, yeah. Well, you know them TBM, tunnel boring machines?
Yeah.
That's what they put in after, as you know, as they bore the tunnel, they then put them concrete liners in and bolt themselves together.
Yeah, you're right. And they use them here just to support.
Yeah. Wow.
The yard's built on the mill, haven't it? The walls around the yard.
Yeah. Well, according to the submitted abandonment plans, all that wall's going.
Yeah.
And they're gonna slope it back to natural.
Oh my God, that looks pretty broken up there.
There's a lot of weight above that beams.
These will support it, but what's happening is they're actually starting to fall over sideways, like dominoes.
Or if you look how wonky that was.
Yeah.
You know, structurally it's not as strong as the arch ones, you know, as the ring ones.
Oh no, the square ones aren't as strong.
I was told that the square ones tend to predate the round ones, basically. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you slipped on some wood.
No, I think it was a rock give way below me.
It's going quite gracefully, to be honest.
It didn't feel graceful, mate.
No?
My shin didn't think it was graceful anyway. So now we're coming back into the arch rings, which are a lot stronger.
You can see there's not really damage on it.
Yeah.
I think with the amount of rain that we had, when we get to the end, it's going to be proper pouring in, I think.
Yeah, more than likely.
Wow. And then in the end, you can see the other aerial.
This little bit's really slippery. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also the square concrete sections that were laid here on the drive, yeah?
Yeah.
As the trackless vehicles would have been running on them. We're going to side step and have a little explore on this side level right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's in quite of a state, is it?
Yeah, that's collapsed a bit, hasn't it?
Wow.
You actually meet up with the other drive that way.
Yeah. That,
You know where we went,
Yeah.
where that crib shaft was? You go left.
yeah.
There, isn't it?
I'm not sure if I've got close to this bit, but what I can see straight away here is rails, right? This rail down here,
Oh yes, there is this track there.
and this would have been a stove, obviously. That's
Yeah.
a lot
There
of
is some old man workings further down, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is. We're going to get into some of my work.
Some level 2, isn't it?
But this is all broken above. It's the remains of a ring right there. You can see.
Look at that big sword of Damocles right above his head there.
Yeah, there's some big rock that I wedged.
Can you squeeze behind it?
No, impossible.
A lot of these stalks as well naturally collapsed in themselves when the walls have peeled.
All right.
So it peels in big slabs on the fault lines and the mud pockets, and it just comes down like that.
But you can see the sulfur on the toadstone here. The colour is pure, almost like a pure yellow. And on the way back, we're going to take some pictures of some of the sections that show like all this beautiful grey toadstone and yellow bands along it.
Yeah. Well, the actual orange is iron sulfide, which is a combination of iron and sulphur.
Yeah.
So the pure yellow is more sulphur, the more orange it's more iron. But it's a mix of the two, so it's an iron sulfide.
Yeah, when it goes into
So
orange.
you're guaranteed if you take a few steps in that water,
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
you're gonna lift that smell up, aren't you?
And then of course when you see steel in the air and it goes rusty, that's iron oxide,
Yeah.
because it's reacting with the oxygen. I wonder why there's some barrier tape here.
Yeah, I don't know why would it put this tape. Obviously, maybe when it closed the mine, indicate that it was a no-go area.
Possibly, yeah. Oh, look at that ladder there.
We dragged that up last time.
That one's taking up there to
Yeah,
that.
we got halfway, but we gave up.
Right.
I can't remember, we were trying to get somewhere.
One's putting up there, doesn't it, where the...
That's the one missing on the top of the
Yeah.
that ladder, definitely. That will do the job.
Put it.
But they are heavy, you know.
Oh, yeah, really. I mean, me and you carried a load of them through mine, didn't
Yeah.
we? Right, we're coming up to an air door. When the mine was in operation and they were working the stopes, they would have had the air doors to force air around the stopes for ventilation, but also to clear the dust away after blasting, and to get rid of the toxic fumes as well, because when you use ANFO you get toxic fumes afterwards which you can't breathe in, and you have to clear them. So that looks like it goes into a stalk, that one.
That was in the stove, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's obviously all running well.
I don't know whether it has run in or not, that one.
I'm going to have a look. I can't remember having been down there. But
Right.
I can't remember having a look or not.
wow, it's like most of the very clear water here.
Oh yeah, look at that water. Go on, Tony, go for a swim.
Oh, I tell you what, bring the stone, that's very cool. Actually, no, it's moving still.
What's that?
Sometimes you get, I've seen,
What, like a shrimp or something?
no, yeah, bring the stone, get your camera going on.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Small stone, yeah.
Hello?
And film it.
Go on.
Right, no one disturb anything on the water.
Okay.
But the trick is, you should not see any water moving. So wait a second. So,
You mean
Right,
so there's,
yeah,
there's
right,
no
yeah.
ripples? Yeah.
yeah, so when people say that there's no water in caves, so when people say there's no water in caves, I beg to differ.
see what you're doing there.
Next TikTok viral that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Just look, you can't even see it on the video.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh,
I was taking the picture in
and there it goes. It's calcified, isn't it? So calcite dripping from the top and dripping on the. That technically is more like pebbles that they've been calcified over, coated with calcite. Technically, not quite a cave pearl, but the same process really. Wow.
I think cave pearls are formed in the same way, aren't it? It's just a little piece of grit that eventually creates a ball of calcite.
Yeah, like pearls, natural pearls are formed that way,
yeah, it's
naturally.
Just a piece of sand that irritates it. Well, we've got quite a way to walk, so I'll turn this off, and when we find something interesting, I'll bring you back up. See you in a minute or two. So we've just come to a junction. Down there is the way to sub-level 2, and where the lads are going there is sub-level 1, and that's where we're going now. So let's have a wander.
The remains of some rings that they never got put in place for some reason. They were left as spares, or the other way around, they were
Taken out and
taken out
there.
and left sat there, yeah.
And if you look up there, the big pile of cribbing, the wooden cribbing,
Yeah.
ready to go in or has just been taken out, like you
Yeah,
said.
one or the other.
It's no good these days though, 'cause it's all rotten.
Yeah. But yeah, that's...
So that looks like it's all been taken out, but this look, the way this is all stacked, I think this was waiting to go in.
That's a big pile of cribbing, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's got nails in it.
It's got nails, so it got taken out.
So it's all been taken out, this, hasn't
So
it?
this was in place over the rings, you know, to fill the voids above,
Yeah.
to stop, you know, any potential collapse causing damage. Because that's how cribbing works, it dampens the fall, doesn't it?
I'm struggling a bit with light, so I've just got one of my floodlights out now, so we can see a bit better. Right, so we're coming to a bit of a work area, and this was a snack cabin where the miners would have had their lunch. And as you can see, it's got benches, tables,
Still in place,
lighting,
and with the sign right there.
cooker, all the power supplies and stuff, telephone.
Electric switch,
So the light holder.
cooker there. Well, it's nice to see, I thought this...
What age? How old do you reckon that is? Like 80?
I was going to say on camera, I thought this begun by now, so I'm not going to jinx it.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Don't put ideas in people's heads. And can you see the, do you think this were the electric heaters at the top, Steve?
You what, sorry?
Yeah, you've got that grill around that.
These were electric heaters because it must have been pretty damn cold in this.
Yeah, they're heaters, yeah.
They're electric heaters.
Electric heaters, yeah. It's a single resisted bar in the middle. So all they do is put power through that piece of metal, and it just warms up and glows orange. It's like a big giant resistor.
See, I thought they were lights.
No.
Yeah, it's just that little thin bar running through.
And
The actual lights, you see where the cables are coming out of them conduit, that's where the lights were.
oh, the lights were
Yeah.
here. This was lights
Yeah,
here.
and then these are the actual
so these are the
heaters.
actual heaters.
Yeah.
his boss. And looks like the pastime was ping pong.
Yeah, table tennis.
Table
yeah.
tennis, ping pong. Do you know? Is it known as ping pong in English? No.
No, it's table tennis.
Table tennis. Okay.
I think it's the Chinese who call it ping pong.
Yeah,
Innit?
we call it in Spanish ping pong.
Yeah.
Right.
I call it fake tennis.
Fake tennis.
Tennis for
Yeah, tennis.
So.
Although we can't say that because it's not politically correct.
Pretty rotten.
yeah, you'll get banned.
Yeah.
All of it now.
So I'll have
Tables
to,
for little
This is the
folk.
remains
I'll have to
of,
beat that out. And
I don't know what the politically
Table,
correct word is
bench.
for that.
Yeah. Vertically
Another
challenged
bench.
person.
See, they could get offended by that.
Yeah, see, they could, couldn't they?
So.
Yeah, I think that was the word they came up with when they first decided it was offensive.
Yeah, but it's like a big loop. It goes
Yeah,
round.
it just goes around and round and round, yeah. Is this a big shaft at the end here?
Can't actually remember.
So this shaft, we're going to see where it goes down.
Oh, I know where it goes up.
I know where it goes up, I know where
Yeah.
it goes down. We're going to see when we go down the west, the decline, the
Yeah.
decline, we're going to come to the bottom of this.
You
basically.
hear a lot of water.
Yeah.
Oh, you
But,
can, can't you?
I've stood on wood here.
You
Right,
think-
if you move to here, I think that's a big bulk of timber there on top of that steel beam.
Do you think was this for dewatering the mine?
Yeah,
For
this.
running water down all parts of the mine, I would imagine. Obviously, more like dewatering for running running.
The big one there,
Yeah.
the big pipe would have been the water being pumped out of the mine. Because the big plate in front of you, that round plate, is what's known as a clacker valve.
This is a clacker valve.
That's a
is it?
clacker valve. So as the water comes up, if the pump fails, the valve slams shut and stops the water going back down the pipe. The smaller pipes, one would be compressed air and the other one would be a water supply.
Water supply. Yeah, big pipe for drainage.
I think this one would be the water and that one would be the compressed air.
So this was for water supply, this
Yeah.
pipe.
So while this water
And the
supplies
thing-
for the drills, isn't it?
It's for the drills,
Yeah.
it's cooling the drills, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the water runs through the middle of the drill basically.
So
and,
the water would have come down the pipe to the work face and then run off to wherever the sump was, and then in the sump
that'll
the
get
pumps
pumped out.
would have pumped it back up to the top into a reservoir, and then the reservoir would then feed this pipe again. It was a never-ending circle.
Let me
Look at
see
the
if I can
size of
take
them
the
nails on them feet.
Yeah, they're monsters, them aren't you? Don't see many of them knocking about these days, do you? Big nails like that.
So, the trick
Got
here,
that beam,
if
you don't get it on it.
you have a step on any of these, the trick here is don't step on them. No, step on the metal if you can. If there is metal, I don't think this is metal, that's the thing.
No, this is
So-
wood, but that's
So that's
there's
metal.
a wooden beam here I'm stood on. There.
So that will be safe.
Yep.
That's obviously metal.
Another good tip
And,
is don't weigh 100 kilos. That always helps.
Go on, Tony, shine your light down there, mate.
Yeah, you can see the bottom which
Can you
we
get
haven't
from
with
there on
filming.
sub 2?
No,
No.
no, down there. We're going to see where it goes. It goes to the decline. And that's the wheel, basically. There's a staging up there.
Yeah, it must have had ladders in at some point then.
Yeah, I know where it goes up. Wow.
Yeah, that's you end up seeing this, don't you?
Up top,
Up top, yeah.
Go to the bottom of it.
I've set all my lights up here to do a shot, and when Tony and Sam are finished,
Yeah.
I'll snap the picture, and if it turns out, here it is.
So photos, well, we move around the corner.
I was going to say this.
Let's go around the corner, so that's what's round the corner, what goes to the sub-level one
Tickety boo.
workings. You can only go so far because it's so badly tilted,
Right.
or it used to be. I call it custard level, because it really wasn't.
So that way looks quite badly silted.
Yeah, that's
That's nice, isn't it? That twin entry to the store with a little side tunnel going off.
a good photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've got actually we've got the rings here, which we're going to give it some.
Yeah, some idea of scale.
And you've got the plates that they use.
Yeah, the fish plates.
To put two half rings together in one. Fish plates, are they called?
Yeah.
From here we got to the black, to a gate. How do they get moved?
This is where it begins to get really. That's it at all, actually.
Yeah.
Let's go. I think you might be right. You might be right. I've got a very bad memory there.
No, I think they're in sub 2. You can get some old workings with some blocked adits. Along that way is an old fan shaft. I think the fan's still in the shaft.
You just got, you don't want to tread on this because, look, it sinks.
Stinks or sinks?
Sinks.
Oh, sinks.
Wow, they
Look
look at this. They try to keep these rocks coming off
Oh,
on the wall. That's interesting.
try not to step on the timber. It stinks.
Yeah. You can smell it from there.
Oh God, yeah. It's letting out some sort of gas,
It's
almost.
hydrogen sulfide.
What's the air reading saying?
Well, I don't think I'm going to go much further than this.
No.
Oh, You did go over the flaps.
I'm sure that's where the really bad silt, after that collapse, that's where you get the really bad silt. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother personally.
No.
Yeah, 'cause you can't get much further anyway.